arrest right now?
No, I don't.
Anything in your pockets or anything like that?
No.
This young lady's going to search you, all right? Make sure there's nothing on you, all right?
You only get paid $16 there? That's crazy.
In February of 2026, detectives with the West Palm Beach Police Department moved to arrest a black woman, an employee of a local recovery center. She was accused of using patients' own credit card information to pay her personal bills. They took her in outside a courthouse. The charge, the detective told her companion, was fraud.
Just relax. Just wait. Hey, do you have anything on you I need to know about? I know you just came out of the courthouse. Do you have anything on you I need to know about?
No, I don't.
Anything in your pockets or anything like that?
No.
This young lady's going to search you, all right? Make sure there's nothing on you, all right? Are you a significant other? You are a friend to Jeremiah? All right, here's my card. I'm going to be taking her to jail today for fraud, okay? For fraud, yeah, credit card fraud. All right? So she's safe, she's okay, she's going to be with me. I'm the arresting detective, but that's my card, okay? I'm going to have her, she's going to call you when she gets there, all right? Alrighty? All right, hi, I'm Detective Kodak Cabbage.
Nice to meet
I would like to talk to you about fraudulent charges.
Okay.
Would you be willing to talk to me about that? All right, we can take her to HQ, I think. Yeah.
It started with a phone call, a patient's family flagging a charge they didn't recognize. When a second family called about a second card, the supervisor asked the facility's HR to run a check matching staff home addresses against the accounts tied to the disputed charges. One employee's address lined up.
Could you raise your right hand for me, please? You swear the information you are about to provide will be the truth?
Yes.
Okay, put your hand down. So obviously I said we have 3 different reports here. Can you, and your name is there as a reporting party.
Right.
Could you tell me a little bit about what led to 3 reports being given to the police?
So what led to 3 reports was, one, Chris' wife called me and she said that there was some fraudulent activity that went on with one of his cards. So after I spoke with her, I continued to wait till she reached back out to give me more information I can go off of, because I asked her for if she could provide me with the address of the apartment complex or anything like that, so we could try to narrow things down to see if indeed it was somebody from here. She, in the process of me waiting on her, that's when I got a call the next day from another wife of Juan. I had HR run a profile to try to see if I had anyone that lived off of any one of the texts, because we would be the only people that would have access to their cards and everything. And once they ran the report, that's when I found out I had one tech that did follow suit with that address.
And when you say tech, what having access to lockers, what does that process look like?
So the process, so we have all the lockers locked behind a closed door in one room. And all the lockers have individual locks on there, and we have a master key. So the only time we're supposed to go in the lockers is if we're putting something in the lockers for the patients or retrieving something from it. So what made me, these 2 cases wasn't even what made me look into her. What made me look into her was, we had another case with Corey, and he was getting ready to discharge and he was missing some money.
Because she was now in custody, the detective read her rights before asking a single question. She said she understood. She explained the job. As a recovery advocate, scheduling, guiding patients through their day. The pay, she said, was about $16 an hour. If you believe stealing is bad and want to see more cases like this of people getting caught, take a second to subscribe. It's the best way to keep these stories coming. Let's continue.
You don't need handcuffs, right? No. You're not going to attack me?
No.
Because I do fight back.
I'm not going to.
That's what I tell my niece and nephew. Whenever they hit me, I say, I hit back. So I am Detective Kodak Cabbage. My camera's on. Obviously, you were just arrested outside of the jail, right? So because you're here, I have to read you your rights, all right? I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make a statement. This must be of your own free will.
I understand.
Makes sense? Okay. And are you currently employed? Are you working?
Yes.
Okay, where do you work?
So right now I work at a recovery center.
What do you do there?
So a recovery advocate.
So what is it?
So basically, like, recovery advocate, they basically they do scheduling, they do things for the patients, like make sure that they know where they're going for the day, what groups they're attending, and stuff like that.
Okay, got you. So you sort of guide the patients.
Yes, just guide them.
Okay, and schedule. What's the name of that title again? Recovery
Advocate.
Advocate. That's a pretty cool title. Before center, because that's a pretty recent job. You've only been there less than 3 months. Did you work anywhere else before that? Same sort of title, same.
Yeah, well, theirs is more like same thing, substance abuse.
So they're the same sort of center, but did you have the same job responsibilities?
Yeah. Before that, I already had let them know I was like looking for better pay, anyways, because I'm a mom. So I was looking for better pay. And that was one of my main reasons. I was telling them that I was going per diem, looking for someone that at least paid better, because they only pay like $16 an hour, and you can't really, a single mom can't really make a wage, which is $16.
No.
So I had already let them know that, I plan on going per diem, because I was looking into somewhere else. Like, I let them know that. And then after I let them know that or whatever, they came to me with some allegations or whatever, basically saying, oh, well, we accuse you of, well, we think you was doing this and doing that with a patient. So they basically said a patient, I guess his wife came up there, whatever the case may be. They were trying to make it seem like we talked to the patient's wife, and she said she didn't know where the charge came from or whatever the case may be.
I'm confused. What charge?
A
patient's wife called you or called?
Called, I guess, the facility owner or whatever.
Okay.
And was letting them know, hey, I don't know where this charge came from, and I don't think he did it or whatever. And so she came to, so me and the patient was, close, and I always.
Who was the patient that you
So his name was Juan. She was just like, Juan's wife called, and she said she seen a transaction, and she know that it's probably not him, but she's gonna come up here and dispute it, and she just want him to tell her where the transaction came from. And so that's the last I heard of them, anything about it. That was that. And I was already transitioning to a new place anyways, and I already had told them, like, I had basically put in my letter of, to let them know I'm not gonna be here or whatever the case may be.
So you don't even care about what they were saying? Or?
Yeah, I did, because I'm like, hey, she was in the middle of her already telling me this or whatever. She was like, she spoke to the wife. The wife had her say so on it. The wife feel like she didn't know where the transaction came from. She, when speaking to the patient or whatever, she was like, I spoke to him. He didn't really say nothing about it or the transaction or anything.
Right.
So, all she could do is just go off of upset wife saying she seen a transaction, but he didn't tell the wife, or he didn't tell the wife no, or this is not the case.
So Juan's wife calls and says, hey, there's a charge on Juan's credit card. How did it get there?
Yeah, that's what she basically said.
And then you said accuse you or something. So what did they
So basically they said, well, using his credit card or whatever the case may be, mind you, because they know that me and Juan is close. We do he asked me to help him with things, and we talk, and he'll tell me, literally, he one of the ones that I was close with. He'll talk to me, I'll tell him, he'll ask me. I was like, yeah, I'm in school, I'm a single mom and stuff like that. And he became, close to me or whatever.
Right. Did Juan ever actually give you his card? Because you're saying.
Yes, that's what. So one day I was at work, and we was I came in, I was at my normal self, because I'm a single woman. I was going through something, and he noticed that I was going through something, and he was like, yeah. So he was like, Maya, I see your energy not up high usually, because my energy, I'm always there, I'm doing whatever, running around for the clients or whatever. And he was like, what's going on? I just told him my situation and what I was going through.
What was the situation?
And basically, I'm a single mom, so it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard when you're a single mom and you're trying to figure things out. And I was just telling him, right now, I paid paid what I could and did all this and that, but it's another one coming up, and I'm sure. And he understood that, and he was like, "Oh, you only get paid $16 there? That's crazy. You work too hard. You deserve more than that." And he just basically started telling me about the kind of telling me, "Yeah, y'all are getting underpaid here and stuff, and what can I do to help?" And I literally told him, and then the thing is,
what'd you tell him?
I was like, well, my rent, that's what I'm going through right now.
Gotcha. So
my rent is what I'm going through.
How much is your rent?
It was $21.95, something like that.
That's pretty hard to make up.
But when they
16 an hour,
it's $21.95, but they add on other stuff. So by the time they add it up, it's $23, $24.
Okay.
And he literally just what do you need help with it? I can tell you, and he literally told me his information, right there at the job.
Did you see what he was putting in?
I didn't even, I'm just thankful for the fact that he was willing to look out, which, of course, it's a job, so I know.
Yeah.
that, you know,
Are you allowed to do that? Like
you
that?
can't be close with the patients, like, to that extent, which I know that. Thinking at the time, I was literally just thinking like a single mom who just trying to figure it out. And then I even offered him, I was like, I can send it back to you on, because you know I'm working and I can, you know, send it back to you or whatever. And he just was like, you okay, you a good person, I see you busting your, like, working hard for your daughter, you in school, like, it's okay.
So he offered to pay your rent.
Yes.
You logged into your rent portal on your phone, and he plugged in, I'm assuming, a credit card or something to pay for it. Do you do the intake for patients sometimes?
Sometimes, but most of the times I'm usually like, it just all depends on who's in that moment. Sometimes you might not do the intake for that person.
But you've done one before.
Yes.
Okay. So they surrender their property, to you, like a phone and you said a wallet or something? And then where is all that stuff kept?
So it's kept in like a safe key, like lockers.
In lockers? Okay. Who would have access to those lockers? Is it supervisors? Do the patients have access?
Supervisors and RAs have, like, they can go inside the locker. The lockers there was placed like in the supervisor office, so like she's in there and the lockers.
You as an RA had access to it. Say I was a patient and I said, hey, Miss Adams, I need to get something from my locker. You would have the ability to go get that item if it was approved by a nurse or supervisor.
Yes.
Is this that room that you were talking about where the patients keep their? Okay. Do you recognize that person?
Yes.
Who's that? That's you. What were you doing there?
So right there, I'm getting the key situated to get ready to unlock it, and I had my phone in my hand because I usually be texting, and then I unlock it and put stuff in. Whose
locker is that?
So I can't see the name.
So we'll back it up. Maybe you don't remember whose locker it is. What did you just take out there? What is that?
So right there is a manila folder, and in those folders, like, we put like important things in there. The paperwork, what they do when the intake is in there, like money logs and things like that.
Money logs. So that would be a log of, say they bring money and then
we'll write it on the log.
So and if a patient says, hey, I need $20 for cigarettes, do you log it out to them?
Yep.
Okay. So tell me what happens next.
And you'll get a signature and.
Why do you go to the corner and set that down and turn your back to the camera?
So basically, usually I be putting things in there. It just all depends on, like, if I gave a patient their phone or if I gave them something out of the safe key, I'll put it back in there and I'll close it up.
So why do you have nothing to give a patient? You didn't write anything down. You have nothing.
No, so 9 times out of 10, if I didn't have like nothing to give him, it could have been. I usually put like. If the therapist give me something for them, if it's a card, if it's an insurance card, if it's anything like that, all I do is put it back in sit it on the thing, put it back in the manila folder, and put it back in the locker.
So you can go in there without the patient asking you to do something?
You can go in there with a therapist asking you to do something, or a supervisor asking you to pull something or put something back.
Okay. The therapist asks you to do something here?
Yeah, so 9 times out of 10 when I'm going in there, it's because of a therapist or a supervisor telling us to do something.
What would their request have been?
So I'm not quite sure what the request was. Then I know we get like insurance cards and things like that, IDs, and put it back.
Okay. So what that video is, do you like memorize? I'm sure you have so many patients over there. Like, there's a lot of patients all the time. Do you remember everyone's like names?
I don't remember every single one of them sometimes because they can have like up to 45 patients, but I like certain ones I remember.
This video, I didn't give you the date, maybe it'll help your memory. Oh, excuse me. That video was from Sunday, December 7th at about 6:30 p.m. Here's what do you remember a patient named Corey?
So yeah, I remember Corey too.
Corey went to with $200 and that money was missing from his locker.
So
is that you?
You know what's crazy about that situation right there? I didn't get $200 from Corey locker. I didn't do none of that. Mind you, Corey, when he had his intake or whatever, I wasn't even there when his intake was taken.
You didn't do his intake?
I didn't do his intake or none of that kind of stuff. So I didn't know about that. When she brought up that situation and mentioned it to me, she also mentioned, telling me about, she asked all of the RAs, she went and seen who did his intake, went on the money log, this and that. She would ask me stuff. A lot of times he would want me to get cigarettes from the vape machine for him and stuff like that. Right. And that's what I would do for them. I would go to the vape machine, I would go get cigarettes and stuff.
The vape machine? because he reported it to us. I randomly talked to Corey that it was $200 that was missing. It wasn't on the money log. It wasn't nothing.
And see, that's the thing. It should have been on the money log.
You're going into a dark room without putting the lights on.
And see, the thing is about that, the light.
The light switch is right there.
Yes.
So why would you not put that's a dark room. It might look light because there's night vision on the camera, but that's a dark room with no windows. Why would you go in there and not put the light on so you can see what the hell you're doing?
So 9 times out of 10, it looks super dark on there, but it's not really dark in that room. Like even with that light that's right there, that's in the hallway. I usually just go in there and unlock the lock and put the stuff in and leave out. I be getting ready to.
You know what it looks like, right?
Yeah, that's when I get what it looks like. Yeah,
it looks like you're stealing the $200 that's missing from his locker.
The detective laid out how the information was allegedly reached. He turned to one patient. She said she didn't know him. Then she described him. The detective caught it in real time.
Oh, you're on your phone a lot, right?
Not a lot, but like usually I'll be on there sometimes or listening to stuff.
Okay. Do you know another patient, Christopher?
No, I don't.
You never met him? Okay. Why was your rent paid with Christopher Harry's credit card? So
the only person that looked out for me for real was...
There's no only person. My question is, why was Christopher Harry's credit card used to pay for your rent
when was it?
At 19... I'm just telling you. I know this happened. I want to be here. And my question is why? If you don't remember who Christopher Harry is, why is his Discover credit card used?
You said
in November.
Henry?
Yeah. In November, mind you, and you have the proof right here. Coincidentally, when we make contact with you, there was a credit card payment reversed on November 28th of 2025. Whose credit card was that?
So you said Christopher.
Yes.
Christopher, was he in detox or was he in?
I might remind you that do you have a criminal past? Okay. Lying is one thing. Right? I don't arrest someone unless I know what happened. I'm not asking. Every question I've asked you, I've already known the answer. I'm not asking you if he did it. I want to know why his card was used. Did he give you permission? Was it another weird thing with the wife didn't know? And
so
were you desperate?
So the situation with
tell me what happened.
The situation with Christopher, I wasn't like desperate or nothing, but like he would like try to, talk to me like. Okay. He was one of those patients like.
You told me you don't remember who he is, so you can't tell me that.
I'm sorry.
No, you cannot lie to me now and tell me that you had some weird relationship just because I suggested it. You fell for my trap.
No, but it wasn't no like weird relationship or nothing like as in super weird or nothing. It just was like me working or whatever. He would like be super.
You told me you don't know who Chris is. You don't remember him. So anything you're telling me after that about Chris, unless it's the truth, I'm gonna know that you're lying to me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm finna tell you about Christopher.
But how can you tell me how he was with you if you told me you don't know who he is? So were you lying to me when you said you don't know who he is, or are you lying to me now, making up some relationship?
Me telling you I didn't know who he is.
The truth will set you free.
Yeah, I'm me telling you I didn't know who he is because I know who I know who he is.
Okay.
So why'd you lie?
So why'd you lie?
It's just,
you didn't lie about Juan.
You lied for a reason.
You're right.
Okay. So you want to tell us what happened?
When we go like do stuff for them, we do runs, we go to the vape machine, we do this and that or whatever the case may be. He'll like say stuff like, dude, don't tell nobody, or you can get something. Like we go to the store for them and stuff. We do that sometimes. Okay. Or he'll be like, you can get something but don't mention it. Like and nothing big. I'm not gonna lie. Nothing big or personal. Like we go get something from the vape machine for them, or if we do a store run like an Instacart order or something like that for them. Like you can grab something or whatever the case may be. Nothing big, but if you're going grocery shopping for somebody, you're just grabbing something. You can grab chips or something like that. With his, I just got the numbers and did the rent thing and let them know.
Did you have his credit card or did you have the number written down?
So you don't have to have it's like a, what do you call it? A sheet. Like we don't, so sometimes you don't have to take the sheet everywhere you go, but sometimes you do. In the intake packet, it's a sheet and they write their name on there, the form of payment that they want to use, and that's also the sheet that the therapist uses as well. So that's the sheet, and we just take it up there and we get the
So at some point, Chris said, I would like my Discover card used for some sort of payment.
Yes.
And have it on file.
Yes.
Handwritten numbers.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's my issue. Chris was there for not very long. He was within a blackout period.
Yes.
Right? And he gets discharged on November 27th, Thanksgiving Day. All right. And your rent was paid with this card the day after he left. Explain how that happens. Because he didn't say, go get me a date on 28th, because he wasn't there.
No, I'm saying, so this is the thing about Chris, like previously before that, this is something like how I told you on the paperwork, we have like a sheet with the information on there. And when you discharge, they keep the like kind of like the forms or whatever the case may be, put it inside of your folder and they give it to you and you discharge. But previously before that, me dealing with him, if you look at me and Chris, like I don't know if I did the luggage search or the intake. I did one of those for him when he first came in, and I did go go to the machine and get him a vape. This was like during the blackout period. I went and got him the vape, and the information was on the paper.
Where would that charge be? Would it be on his Discover card?
Yeah.
What cell phone provider do you use?
T-Mobile.
Did he allow you to pay for your phone bill with this card too?
No, he didn't.
Did you do that without his permission? Did you do the rent with his permission?
So basically,
because you said he said, buy me something.
Yes, but with him saying buy something, that is a lot. Like that is
much. It's $30.
Yes.
$2,500.
Yes.
Truth will set you free. Did he know that you were charging your rent on his credit card that you had access to?
I would say no, because even though he told me to get, I said no because even though you told me you can get something that's above the price.
Okay. So now this is like the second patient that is like cool with you and maybe you're taking advantage of it or whatever. You're saying Juan gave you permission?
Yeah, Juan definitely.
But if I ask Juan in front of court and hook him up to a lie detector, is Juan going to be lying when he tells me, no, I did not allow her to charge her rent for $2,500?
No, Juan is not. The thing is...
No, is he going to be a liar if he tells me in a joke?
Oh, you say if he tells you...
Yeah, if he says, no, Your Honor. Okay, I never allowed her to use my Chase or whatever credit card to pay for her rent. I never would allow that. Yes, he would be a liar.
Yes, because me and Juan was definitely like, it was given like granddaughter, niece. Like, I'm not gonna lie, out of all of the ones that was there.
He would have lied to this.
Yeah. Right? Out of all of the ones, me and him we was like close.
Alright. So Chris, 24.72 in rent. He didn't know about that. And then $232 for T-Mobile. How'd you remember the card number? Because he had already left with his paperwork on the 27th.
So basically,
how did you have it on the 28th?
So basically, that's what I was telling you about the form.
You were able to log in and just look at his credit card number and just
you can go to your
rent?
You can go to your email and
no, is that what you did? Did you log in, pull up his shit, and then you went in your rent portal and typed it in?
Yes, like
while that worked.
Yes, so basically you can go. That's what I'm telling you. When I was at, I had access to the email. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whatever email, another text in or whatever email my supervisor sent to me.
It wasn't redacted or anything. Every tech there can have access to all these personal financial. That's not like almost that's like too tempting. That's crazy. How come
we all.
You obviously were tempted, and temptation got the better of you. Is that right?
Yeah, only because of my situation at the time.
Something that I got an issue with. We said that Chris asked you to buy a vape for him in the days before you had used his card to pay for rent. I see absolutely no charges that would have anything to do with a vending machine, a third party, other than Walmart, Home Depot, and Publix. So my question to you is, you told me like a half truth, and I respect you for that, and I thank you for that. Did you not go into his wallet and retrieve his card and memorize or take a photo or write down his Discover card number? Because it should have never been used for anything. It should have stayed in his wallet.
You're right. It shouldn't have been used for anything.
So did you go into I don't want a whole explanation. Just try to answer the question. Did you go into his locker without his permission because you had access? And did you remove that Discover card and either write it down or take a picture of it so that you could use it at a later time?
Nope.
You did not.
Can I tell you how?
Go ahead.
So basically, what I just explained to her, when a person comes in during intake, a part of the intake process is it's a form. It's a pharmacy form. You're gonna write your name, you're gonna write your like pharmacy stuff at the top, and then the next line you're gonna write the form of payment that you would like to pay if the doctor wants you to get a specific medicine from our pharmacy. Like literally, we take a picture of the form and we upload it into the email, and we tag the pharmacy, we tag the supervisor, and all of us see it.
I would like your help in saving me some time.
Okay.
You have 5 chargebacks for rent. Were there other patients as well?
The 5 chargebacks? No. My granddad, so.
I have subpoenas out for all of those cards, and I'm gonna have to track down each card holder. And if they tell me they don't know you and they can authorize those charges, you're gonna have more criminal charges. So let's cut the bullshit. Tell me, there's 5 chargebacks on your rent. Were those also patients from? Did you discover their card information in a similar way that you just told me?
Yeah, kind of.
So all 5 of them. Right? Let's try Juan Espinal again. Did he authorize you to do rent?
Yes.
You know it's a crime to report something to police. That's fake, right?
Yes.
So you're saying that he's putting his neck out and perjuring himself is the term, filing a false police report saying, I never authorized this rent payment, and I don't know who this is.
Yes.
So I can go arrest him right now.
So yes, with Ron, this is another thing with Ron. His wife is kind of like pushy, so like whatever she says goes with him.
Yeah, and he's always scared to lie to her. Tell her.
Yeah, like
I'm sure he didn't want to tell his wife that he'd let you do it.
But me being completely honest, out of all of the ones, one was the one that like said yes.
He said yes.
You know why I believe you?
Like he was. He said it. Me and him was
You didn't lie because you lied about Chris. You lied about Chris because you knew that was wrong. You didn't lie about Juan because you had permission.
Yes, like literally, one was like a granddad.
I believe you for Juan.
One was it's after Chris though. You'd already done it to Chris's card, right? And one was after that. Have you heard of someone else doing this? Did you get did you get the idea on your own? I'm not asking if anyone helped you or is involved with this, but coworkers talk shit. We talk shit all the time. Was someone bragging about this? And they said, look, you could do this if you need money or whatever?
So basically, not even bragging, but just saying like clients that did things for them.
Okay. Did anyone say that you could just log into the company email and rip people's credit cards off of their pharmacy form? Did you arrive at that conclusion on your own?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Who told you that? Do they still work there?
No.
You promised?
They don't.
Why?
She was gone before me.
Okay.
You didn't steal that $200?
I did not. Out of court day.
Listen, that video, you look suspect as hell.
I know, but I put this on.
Like you're not doing something sketchy.
I put this on my child. Now that one.
Who took his money?
I didn't.
Point.
Mind you, I didn't.
What did you buy with Corey's Wells Fargo card on Walmart.com? What did you buy?
Walmart. Maybe groceries.
Did you use his card for Walmart?
It would be groceries from
For yourself?
like my daughter, because I don't get like any assistance or benefits.
Do you know it's always going to come back to bite you though?
Yeah, I know that
Your
now.
name's on this.
I know that
You
now.
should have known. You know now. You should have known it when you were doing it.
Like, you don't worry about getting caught. It's obvious that the lease is in your name and that car is being used to pay your rent.
You know it's going to bite you in the ass, especially with Chris's.
Yeah.
You just. We don't want to be here arresting you.
And I'm not even gonna lie, I literally was thinking in survival mode, like, and that's being honest, that's just being real. And
Did you ever try to contact him and pay him back and make it all go away?
I didn't, because I didn't like have his number or nothing like that. I just want to get this over with in my life to get back to what I'm
That's
trying to
the
achieve.
goal here, because the quicker we get through this, the quicker you get there, the quicker Jake will get your bond, the quicker you're home to your baby.
And it's just a financial thing. Don't freak out. I don't know if
I can almost
never been in jail.
I can almost promise you that you will not do jail time for this.
I never
That's
been
my-
in jail. I just want to get my life back.
I can almost promise you that. I'm not promising you that. But I have never seen someone that's a first-time offender for third-degree little fraud charges doing any jail time whatsoever. Okay? You will have to go to jail to be booked. And you might have to stay until tomorrow morning to see a judge. You may have to do that.
So you felt bad and had guilt and fear that this would happen? You know it would catch up to you?
Yeah. I believe in what you did shot, you get back. I really believe in that.
Right?
Believe in what?
Whatever you put into the universe, you're gonna get it back. So you gotta make it right.
Well, you're making it right.
This won't ever happen in my life again. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta look at your policy. I might be a cop, but I'm not a narc, all right? I'm not in the business of ruining people's lives. But it's going to be documented via public record that you stole from patients, okay? That you use your position of trust and authority and exploited that, right?
Because they are there for rehab, so you're exploiting them too, because they're a
They're
mess.
vulnerable people, right?
Yes.
And even though they say, charge for it's fine, help yourself, they could be high as a plate, detoxing. They could be on meds, they don't even know where they are, right? So my concern now is you work at a center, and that's an identical job. What are they going to say? You probably have to let them know.
Yeah,
You got arrested,
I will.
right? You're going to have to. I would hope that you would tell them what happened.
Yes, I will. Like,
Especially
I'm
because
not
you're
gonna
going to
lie.
work tonight.
For these,
Tell them you told the truth.
for these past, like I've been praying, and like I think this was meant to happen. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Were you worried about getting caught and all?
So from the beginning, like y'all don't know how it feels waking up every day feeling like I know what I did was wrong. I know, but I was trying.
But I hear it all the time, and every time I speak to someone who knows they messed up, they feel this unbelievable, just like amount of weight off their shoulders. And you don't have to carry this around with you anymore.
Yes.
And you don't need to wake up every day alive.
Like,
Because the truth is out there and you're ignoring it. Now the truth is out there and you're facing it. Alright?
even with
It's gonna
Jay,
suck now, but this is temporary. This is not the end. Alright? So I appreciate you finally telling me the truth. Good people make mistakes. This is a mistake. Alright? Granted, you're gonna accept responsibility for it, right? And you're gonna pay for your mistakes, because that's life, right? That's the whole premise of the Bible, right?
Yes.
You mentioned God, so I'll bring it up.
so God, to do whatever you have to do to get me back to
This is
where I want to
penance.
be.
Your best lessons are taught through suffering, all right? And this is that. It's how it always happens. When you ask him for something, he doesn't give you that thing. He gives you an opportunity to prove that thing, right?
Yes.
All right, so that's where we're at. You're going to get this back with you. I have no reason to take your phone. That would just be nasty of me to do. You already gave me that. You want to know what happens now?
Yes.
So I also tell the truth. You have 3 third-degree felony charges that you're going to go to the Palm Beach County Jail with. All right. In a minute, I'm going to put you back in the room. I'm going to add some information to your arrest paperwork that you eventually told the truth and you confessed to using Chris's card without his written or verbal permission. All right. I'm going to state in there that you were eventually forthcoming and that you were sorry for what you did. All right. I don't know anyone that's. You can't fake those tears. Those are real tears. That's what I'm saying. All right.
The arrest itself was clean. Investigators didn't move on a hunch. They had a documented pattern first. Family complaints, an internal address cross-check, and locker footage. That's probable cause built before the cuffs, not after. Once she was in custody, the Fifth Amendment applied, and the detective handled it correctly. Under Miranda versus Arizona, questioning a suspect in custody requires reading their rights and getting a waiver first. He did both, on camera, before a single substantive question. There's a detail you might miss here. She waived her rights before the detective introduced the second and third patients. Under Colorado versus Spring, one valid waiver covers topics the suspect wasn't specifically warned about, so everything that followed still falls under it. The interview technique was lawful too. When she said she didn't know one patient, and then described him, the detective confronting her with that contradiction isn't a trick that taints a statement. Courts routinely allow officers to press a suspect with evidence they already hold. The one line worth flagging. The detective told her he'd be surprised if a first-time offender did jail time. Voluntariness is judged on the totality of the circumstances, so one comment late in an interview rarely undoes admissions already made. But detectives don't set sentences. Prosecutors and judges do. It was a promise he had no authority to make. The charges are 3 third-degree felonies under Florida law: grand theft, fraudulent use of a credit card, and fraudulent use of personal identification information. That last one matters. She isn't accused of stealing a physical card. The allegation is that she pulled a number off an unredacted patient form. Under the statute, How the data is obtained doesn't change the crime. Using someone's financial identity without consent is the offense. She has not been convicted. These remain allegations, and the presumption of innocence stays with her unless a court decides otherwise.